Today we will be playing Minecraft Jujutsu Kaisen as the hidden inventory duo, Gojo Satoru and Suguru Geto. Our main objectives will be to advance all the way to special grade and defeat Sukuna, the king of curses. Will we be able to take on the monster of the Heian era? Let's find out. As soon as I spawn in, I pick Geto as my player character and put on his outfit. Yoru also puts on his Gojo attire, and now we're ready to officially begin. First thing we did was explore the city to see what was around us. Afterwards, we defeat some low-level curses and gain our first fame levels 4 and 3. We find these strange houses with rituals inside and some potions brewing, which was very creepy. Next to these houses was a huge gate that had opponent Junichi Zenin inside. We make our way inside, and since we're still weak, we don't fight him. But luckily, there's a ton of chests containing cool weapons like Playful Cloud and Nanami's Blade. These new weapons are put to the test right away as we find a grade 2 curse called Crow that 3-shot us. On our way back, we found Sorcerer Megami Fushiguro, which Yoru was pretty happy about. But that didn't last long because then the Wander curse came out of nowhere. He defeats me, but as I respawn, Yoru becomes a grade 4 sorcerer, and shortly after that, I become one as well. This is great because it means we're making progress already. We make our way back towards the city to fight more curses. Smaller curses made for easy targets, so we defeated a bunch of those, which made things a bit easier. But things were going a little too smoothly, and if you know anything about this mod, is that things tend to take a turn for the worse. We were exploring the woods and we find the curse user Suguru Geto, who I'm playing as. Yoru uses blue on him, and this chat message perfectly explains what we have to do. Geto defeats us in seconds, and humbled by our defeat, we continue farming weaker curses for now. Rampaging through the city looking for weak curses, I use Geto's ability, which is to consume cursed spirits and eat them. After I consume them, they are under my command. The way to do this is to right click on them while the curses are weak. I do this on a skeleton cursed spirit and consume it, allowing me to summon him at all times. I can do this to any type of curse as many times as I want, and while right now I don't have much curses, later on I'll have an army. I gain another technique called Maximum Uzumaki, which unleashes a blast containing my cursed spirits. I can charge it up too to do more damage, but I lose my curses in the process. A while after this, Yoru gains reverse curse technique, but he still doesn't have red yet. We find a huge tree that has rainbow dragons on it, and Yoru comes up with a brilliant idea.
Okay, I think if I tried, I might be able to get it low enough to where you can absorb it.
Absorbing the dragons was gonna be a difficult task, but it would be worth it.
I don't like how it just kind of disappears for a bit. Oh, that's why!
We struggle for a little bit.
I think it might be low enough.
But after all of that trouble, we finally capture the rainbow dragon and make it a part of our team. We do the same with the other one, and we both advance to semi-grade 2. After this, we find the prison with the finger bearer and a ton of other curses. I use this opportunity to absorb most of the cursed spirits here to use them later. In the process, I gain reverse curse technique and we attempt to fight a grade 1 sorcerer. I summon all of the weaker curses I've collected so far to try to take them down. They don't do much and he defeats me with a long kick. I respawn and summon more of my curses, and there's so many in this tiny room that I get stuck inside. After this, we find Suguru Geto again, and we were no match. We run around the city and take out an entire villager outpost, similar to how Geto takes out his village in the anime. A grade 2 curse called Mother catches us off guard, but we team up in order to take it down. I collect a few more cursed spirits, and under the bridge we find Panda. We both get the achievement for taking Panda down, and Yoru becomes a grade 2 sorcerer. We look towards the distance to find Toji fighting Sukuna, and our plan was to sneak in while one of them was weak to steal a kill. A pillager tries to sneak up on us and attack us before we can intervene in the fight. We find that Toji already lost, so our plan fails, meaning the villager sneaking up on us actually stopped our plan. So in the end, he may have lost the battle, but he won the war. I collect a couple more cursed spirits and become a grade 2 sorcerer. Yuji Itadori was here as well, so we decided to take him on. I summon Rainbow Dragon to fight Yuji, which does a good amount of damage, taking down Yuji. And in the process, somehow I lost one of my dragons. We explored more of the city looking for enemies to find and someone who's going to be hard to deal with.
Oh, that's the
oh yeah, he's here. Yep. This was a hard opponent, but we could definitely defeat it if we give it our all. We were definitely struggling. Oh. It was nighttime and we had it around half health. The problem was that a ton of other mobs started to spawn, which made targeting the finger bearer difficult. But after so much struggle, we finally managed to capture the special grade cursed spirit called the finger bearer and make it a part of our team. The grade 1 cursed spirit comes back from earlier, but this time we have reinforcements. Then on top of that, I turn around to a cursed spirit that's low and capture it right away. After this, we spot the principal. We're probably strong enough to beat the principal right here.
The principal? Yeah, probably.
We defeat the principal quite easily and stare out at the beautiful horizon. Gojo and Geto are great friends that can rely on each other, but some say all good things come to an end. We explore the mountains looking for a battle, and Yoru finds our next opponent.
I see a glowing Yuji.
I hit Yuji with a couple of knockback attacks and use my maximum technique Uzumaki, which uses up all of my curses to unleash a powerful attack.
That's gotta do something.
I hope it did. It did a good amount of damage, but it wasn't enough. However, luck was on my side because this happened.
Nice.
Oh, let's go. After this, we defeat one of the death painting wombs and spot an opponent in the distance. Then we take on Satoru, who makes things difficult because of his boogie woogie technique. Since there's 2 of us, he's constantly swapping places, which was hard to deal with. He stuns me with his pendant for a second, but Yoru distracts him while I'm paralyzed. And after our tough battle, we defeat Aoi Todo. While I'm struggling with opponents, Yoru defeats all of them, and this starts the divide between the duo. I capture the grasshopper curse Yuji fights in Shibuya, and it's time to begin one of our major fights. Dagon, the special grade cursed spirit of the sea versus the strongest duo.
Let's do this.
He splashes us with water, knocking us back and retreats. Juzo comes in and we take him down easily, allowing me to become a grade 1 sorcerer. And I capture another rainbow dragon. We find Dagon again and he unleashes a swarm of sharks, but that makes it difficult to stay alive. Me and Yoru are both aware that our objective is to capture him, so he can be on our side, so we literally can't kill him yet. His sharks do everything in his power to try to keep me away from him, but once his domain ended, we finally did it. Afterwards, we find the weakened Toji Fushiguro, who we managed to take down. Let's go.
Nice.
I capture a few curses as we fight Aoi Todo once more. Our next goal is to fight Yuta Kotsu, with hopes of capturing Rika, but this did not go as planned at all.
I think he just used my own move.
That's beautiful for you. Yeah, Yuta can copy people's moves, and I was fighting with Gojo, which meant Yuta had his attacks.
Kind of ironic, I got hit with my own move.
Then I get terrible news. Did he kill a grasshopper?
Oh yeah, I think the grasshopper died.
Luckily, Yoru gets his domain expansion, Unlimited Void.
Domain expansion.
Oh, it even affects me.
Oh, whoops.
Then things took another turn for the worst as Rika is finally low on health.
Yuji might kill Rika. Now Toji might kill her. Or Maharaga might kill her.
Oh my god.
But Yoru comes in clutch and manages to take down Maharaga, so things were looking great. After a little more fighting, the battle ends.
Yeah, that was a crazy battle.
Yeah, there's a giant hole here now.
We find Kashimo and decide to take him on. I summon my Rainbow Dragon to do some good damage, and Yoru lands the finishing blow. We're getting much stronger, but this was only the beginning. Then we enter this huge battle with a ton of curses. Mahito enters the battle, and I discover something interesting I've never tried while playing this mod.
Wait, I'm riding Nue.
Megami puts us in a domain expansion, but Mahito counters with his. Luckily, I'm able to capture Mahito and he joins our team. Jogo arrives afterwards, which gives me the idea to capture all of the disaster curses, but he was defeated by Sukuna. We try to fight him too. I summon Mahito to try to help us, but he can't really do much against the King of Curses and we lose. Frustrated by our defeat, we stare into the sky as the rain begins to fall. Unexpectedly, the Fox deity puts us in a domain expansion, which was cool, and we begin to fight Ryo Ishigori. He does a ton of damage with his Granite Blast, and takes me down, but Yoru manages to defeat him. Choso was our next opponent, who we defeated pretty easily. Next up was Mei Mei. I summoned the Wander Curse, who was able to hold her back.
Hey, did he die?
Oh, he's down.
But sadly he died and I lost the curse, but it's okay because Yoru swoops in and we manage to defeat Mei Mei and get the achievement for it. Later on we find Culling Game's Maki, who's actually really strong, and Yoru takes her down. We look around for a while and find the advanced Yuji with 500 health. I summon more curses while Yoru hits them with barrage attacks and we take him down, but a few guests make appearances.
Oh, the real Gojo's here. And then Sukuna's also behind us, Maguna.
I don't think we'd win.
Yeah, definitely not yet.
We let Gojo and Sukuna have their fun for now, but engage Esso and Jogo in battle.
Think this would be a good time to summon Dagon?
It was not a good time to summon Dagon, and you'll see why in a few minutes. As soon as I summon Dagon, they enter a domain battle against Jogo. And luckily, I'm able to capture Jogo, the special grade curse spirit.
Nice.
Let's go.
But it came at a cost.
He's doing his own thing. I'm right clicking and trying to cancel the technique.
Yeah, for whatever reason, Dagon just refused to get summoned back. We do everything we can to try to glitch him, but nothing seems to work.
Maybe he'll come back eventually. Who knows?
No, he's stuck here for eternity.
And just like that, we have to leave Dagon behind. He's gone but not forgotten. We make it to the Finger Bearer prison to try to gather up on curses. We do this for a while. I collect curses and Finger Bearers, and Yoru eventually becomes a special grade sorcerer. Yoru is crazy strong now, so he took a back seat while I tried to level up.
I think I'm a little too strong for my own good.
We wrap things up at the prison and get attacked by Sukuna. This fight goes underground and lasts a long time. I summon Jogo for reinforcement, but it still wasn't enough. Besides my summons, I can't really do much, and I feel like Gojo and my cursed spirits are doing most of the work. Geto in the anime envies Gojo for this reason and believes he can make change if he happens to have his powers. Geto summons one last meteor on Sukuna and he's too weak, so I have to call him back. Sukuna flees before we can really do anything. Frustrated by our loss, I click this bell repeatedly and we head towards the final stretch of our adventure. We run around the city looking for any battle we can find. We find Naobito Zenin, who's usually trouble, but things are much different this time.
Okay, we won.
We find another Finger Bearer and add him to the team, and also encounter 15 Finger Sukuna. I take this opportunity to summon all 3 of my dragons and unleash them on Sukuna, which honestly look really cool. I summon Jogo as well as most of my curses, and it becomes everyone versus Sukuna. Even me will join the battle. The battle went on for a while and Sukuna was gone. Seems like Sukuna bailed on us again, so I summon my curses back and we go on to the next fight. Oh, and I also become a special great sorcerer. In the distance, I see a huge battle taking place. I see Sukuna uses his domain expansion and I lose right away. I make my way back, and while I'm about to summon all of my curses, I get trapped in Yoru's domain and I get bad news.
This isn't good. He called in Maharaga.
Oh no.
I break out of the domain and use all of my curses for the battle, and I gain my domain expansion. Sukuna counters this by summoning Merge Beast Agito. I lose my curses in the process, but me and Yoru come up with a plan. He's gonna trap Sukuna and Maharaga in his domain expansion while I take on the Merged Beast outside. Me and my curses do great damage on him. Yoru and his domain are the last chance we have to defeat Sukuna.
Let's go.
And with that, we finally take down Sukuna, the king of curses, officially making us the strongest duo. But Suguru Geto was not satisfied yet. He detached from Gojo as he advanced to higher levels and their ideals clashed. Geto believed humans are inferior, but Gojo believed they were worth saving. So on the rainy battlefield, we commenced our final fight. Me and Yoru spent this whole run as a team, but now we were on different sides. I summoned all of the curses I was saving up the whole run, and I unleashed my domain expansion, Womb Perfusion, and it seemed like they were too much to handle. However, I was a fool to underestimate the strongest.
Okay, this is a move that's sure to win.
And with that, I was defeated. Geto and Gojo had a good friendship, but Gojo let Geto slip away. Yoru asked me to play Minecraft and I'm thankful for it. Because of it, we became the strongest duo. So if there's one thing to take away from this video, is that reaching out to people no matter who or where they are makes you stronger.